Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review, and this time we are looking at the Sakai Shitogami or white number 2 Yanagiba 240mm knife. So these knives do come with a nicely made wooden saya, and it's fitted. Actually, these are pretty nice sayas, and they've got quality wood, and you would do well to go ahead and protect these sayas with some kind of mineral oil or tung oil or polyurethane or something to kind of cover them up so they don't get dirt and stains on them. But you could stain them if you wanted to change the color. So, but they're pretty nice sayas right out of the box, which is a really cool feature. So I'm going to set that off to the side. So you're ready to go right out of the box with that. The core steel on these is Shitogami or white paper number 2, reactive high carbon steel from Hitachi. Heat treat on that is about 6061 Rockwell. The construction is 2 layers. So if you're holding the knife, the right side of the blade where you've got the primary bevel, the chisel grind, so this is a right-hander blade, not a lefty blade, has soft iron cladding over the top of that harder core steel, and then it covers the spine and then occurs a little bit on the back side of the blade. The back side of these traditional single bevel knives are slightly concave. That's known as an ura to help food release. And then you've got the primary bevel down quite frequently to a 0 grind or maybe a micro bevel on the end. These do have a micro bevel out of the box, and the edge was, I'd say, 5 out of 10. Not crazy sharp, but you could, of course, get it much, much sharper. Fit and finish is really quite good on these. The weight on this knife, and these weights and dimensions will vary a little bit from knife to knife, but this one's about 4.9 ounces or 140 grams. Edge length about 234, and that's about 9.2 inches. Overall length about 14.9 inches. The spine thickness coming out of the handle is about 3.9 millimeters, and it holds that, I'd say, 2/3 of the way on the blade, and then starts getting a little thinner, and then once you hit the actual grind, it thins up pretty nicely at the very tip. Blade height on this one's about 30.8 millimeters, so just shy of 31 millimeters. And the handle is a right-hand oriented D-shaped basic hoe-wood handle with buffalo horn ferrule. This one's pretty smooth. It's got a slight bump, but it's pretty smooth between the ferrule and the wood. The circumference is about 65 millimeters right there and fits the size of the blade nicely. Let's take a close-up look at it. So here's your beauty shot of the knife. So this does have hand chisel kanji on it, and you can see the blade finish is nicely done. They polished the spine a little bit, polished the choil, back of the blade here, so it's comfortable out of the box. The grinds look pretty clean on this. It's a little hard to tell sometimes till you put them on the stones, but looks pretty clean. And these are just a high value line of knives. Not that you're going to do a lot straight up, cutting board stuff in the traditional style other than slicing, but if you want to see it, here's what it's going to look like, just for reference. Balance point as well, let's cover that, it's a light handle, so about right there, balance point. So you get that kind of blade heavy feel to help you make those slicing cuts. So this is just if you're thinking about a right-handed single bevel Yanagiba that's not super long, for a little tighter spaces to work in, this might be a really good candidate. I'd say the value is high on this line of knives. And so there we have the Sakai Shitogami number 2 Yanagiba 240mm knife.